Hi everyone, Kathy here. Welcome to my channel, Yoga by Kathy. Today I have for you a energetic morning flow to get your body stretched out, moving, and ready for your day. So this class is an all-level class, so you can practice it whether you're just learning yoga or you've been practicing for a while. A lot of the postures here will have different levels, so you can choose to stay with the more gentle version or take it up a notch and challenge your body and challenge yourself. So for today's practice, you'll need a strap and 2 blocks. These props are, of course, only suggestions. You know your body the best, so make sure you're adapting the postures to suit your own practice and personal needs. My name is Kathy, and if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the section below to let me know anything else you would like to see or work on here on my channel in the future. When you're ready, let's get started. So let's come down onto our mats, lie on your back, so we'll bring the knees to bend. Nice and easy stretch in the morning. We don't want to shock the body with too much intensity right away. So allowing your knees to bend, we'll drop the knees towards the center of the body, taking one hand to your belly, one hand over the heart. Beginning our practice with a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Allowing your breath to lengthen and deepen. Feeling the belly rise with your inhalation. Feeling the air move all the way up towards your chest, towards the lungs, expand. And on the exhale, breathing out slowly through the nose. Feeling your mid and low back press down towards the floor. Taking 3 more deep breaths. Breathing very intentionally here with every inhalation, filling the belly. And exhale all the way out. Let's take our hands down towards our sides, bring the knees up and towards our chest. Reaching up through the fingertips, take a big stretch. Turning out the wrist. Wiggling the fingers, and exhale as roll up head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Reach the arms around the shins, pulling the forehead towards your knees. Give yourself a big hug. Gently rock from side to side. And rolling all the way back down, keeping your right knee in towards the chest. Left leg will point forward. Finding a wind relieving pose, interlacing the fingers around the shin. Take a deep breath. Right knee towards the chest. And exhale, hug it down. Continue to point out through your left toes, finding an energetic line through the crown of the head towards the bottom foot. Stretching out into the hips. And let's switch sides. Left knee in towards the chest, taking your hands around the shins. Right foot points forward. If your foot can't quite touch the ground, you can always bend your knees and put the sole of the foot onto the floor. Let's breathe in, drawing the left knee up towards the left shoulder. And exhale, hug it in, find a bit of compression. Allowing the spine to stay neutral during this stretch. Try to maintain contact from the back of the head through the mid-back towards the low back and sacrum. Now let's slowly release, switching sides, right knee in towards the chest, hug it in, staying here, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to roll up head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. We're going to pick up our left foot, come into low boat variation, pull the knee in towards your chest, trying to touch your chin to your knee, holding it here, stay here. We're going to activate the core a little bit. Or releasing the hand, continue to engage the abdominals to flex and draw that knee in towards you. Hold, breathe. And slowly release, coming back down, switching sides. So we're going to start with hands around the shin, pulling the knee towards you. Taking a breath in. Exhale, we lift. Right foot comes off the ground. Head, neck, and shoulders lift up. Staying here with support, holding on to the shin, or we release, continue to squeeze, press the low back down into the floor, look forward. 1 breath. And exhale, coming back down, taking your hips over towards the left side. Let's draw the left knee over towards the right, finding a spinal twist. This is one of my favorite stretches to do in the morning. Depending how you sleep, you might find a bit of kinks you need to work out to allow the spine to move a little bit more mobile in the morning, right after you wake up. So beginning with a gentle spinal twist can really help to release some tension through the length of the spine. Now let's release, come back to center, switching sides, taking your hips towards the right, drawing the right leg across the body over to the left, making a T shape with your arms, rolling the head over if you like. Finding one more breath. Twisting a little bit deeper as you exhale. And we slowly release. Inhale back to center. Let's start to rock and roll up and down the length of our spine. And to come up into a squat. So rocking up into a squat position, we're going to allow the feet to come to the edges of our mats, taking your hands to center into prayer position. If you need a bit of extra support, grab for your block, place it underneath your sit bone to raise the floor. So we're going to draw our hands down towards heart center, allowing your elbows to gently guide the knees to open. Breathing in, lengthening tall through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, getting a little bit heavier towards the sit bones. One more breath. And taking the eyes to open, we're going to take an inhale, sweep the right arm all the way across, over towards the right side. Your weight is going to come into the right foot. Inhale, open up through the chest. Nice big stretch, reaching up through your left fingertips. Option to take a bind here, bend your top elbow, take your hand towards the low back. Continue to press down to the right hand, ground down through the right foot, allowing the chest to peel open as if you're leaning back towards a wall, gaze up. Next option is to take your arms into a full bind. Do this only if you feel comfortable and your shoulders are quite open. Otherwise, stay in your previous posture, reaching the fingertips, grabbing onto each other. And slowly let's release, coming back to center. Shake from side to side, rock it out, transfer the weight from your right to left foot. And let's do the other side. So taking an inhale, we're going to sweep the left hand across, taking the elbow to the inside, push open through the knee, ground the palm down, transfer the weight into your left foot. Inhale, reaching the right arm up, gaze towards your fingers, allowing the chest to open. And option to take a half bind, top arm reaching back, resting on your low back or sacrum. Option to stay with your half bind or take the bottom hand, reaching back, internally rotate through your left shoulder, hooking the fingers together. Now let's all breathe wherever we are. Taking one more deep breath. And slowly let's release, coming back into center. We're going to come forward, grabbing for your blocks. So you're going to place the blocks shoulder width apart. You're going to take the block on their second highest height. If you have done the shoulder stretch before and you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can always bring the blocks up even higher. So we're going to take our elbows, bend the elbow, place the triceps, so the back of our arms onto the top of the blocks. Hands together in prayer position. Knees hip distance apart. Taking a breath in. As we exhale, dropping the chest down in between the space of the blocks. Bending the elbow, bring the palms into reverse prayer towards the back of the head, towards the nape of the neck. Stretching out our chest, our shoulders. One more breath. And slowly release. Extending through the elbows and coming back up. Remove the blocks off to the side. And let's make our way into a tabletop position. So let's begin with some cat and cows here. So line up your joints, shoulder, elbows, wrists, hips over the knees. Let's take a deep breath in, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the sit bone. Gaze up towards the sky, and exhale, rounding through the back, chin towards your chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, gaze forwards and up, lifting up through the tailbone. Exhale, pressing down through the palms, keeping your arms and legs straight, rounding through the back. And we'll do a few more here. Moving at your own pace. One more cycle. And last one. Full deep breath out. From our tabletop position, we're going to take an inhale to stretch through the crown of the head, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, find a lateral stretch, so look towards your back. Right toes, continue to press evenly through your hands and your feet. Stretching out through the obliques. Inhale, come back to center. Let's switch sides, finding neutral spine on the breath in. And exhale, continue to press down evenly through both hands. Look towards your left toes. And let's do that one more time. Inhale to the center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Gently opening through the ribs, through the sides of the body. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to curl the toes, lift the knees, coming to an easy downwards facing dog. Spreading the fingers, dropping the chest, dropping the head. We're going to pedal up the feet, lifting the heels out one at a time. Continue to press down through the palms and also into the fingers. So really spreading your fingers, allowing the weight to be distributed evenly between the hands. And if your heels are slightly lifted, don't worry, we're going to keep our knees bent. So keep in mind that our bodies are probably still in need of additional stretch. So be kind to your body. Gently press the heels down one at a time to stretch out the hamstrings and the back of the legs. Let's take a look forward. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Take an inhale. Let's look forward. Halfway lift, hands on floor or the shins. Exhale, release. Slowly, let's come all the way up. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring the hands together. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's begin with some sun salutations. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward all the way down. Take an inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the ground. Let's step the right foot back. Come out into a low lunge position. Using blocks if you need to give yourself a bit more support to come up. Want to keep the chest lifted, shoulders relaxed. 3 breaths here. And let's release. Hands to the ground, curl the toe, lift the knee, step back into a high plank. We're going to drop down onto the knees, chest, chin towards the ground, 8-point pose. Inhale, slide the chest through, coming into cobra. And exhale, dropping the chest down, curl the toes, lift the knees, downwards facing dog. Stretch the hips up and back. Crown the head reaching towards the ground, sit bones lifting up. Taking your right foot, lift up, look forward, send it to the top of the mat, drop the left knee down onto the ground, coming up onto your fingertips or onto a block. So 3 heights of the block to work with, finding the level that will help you stay lifted through the chest. Spine stays long. Breathing, continue to breathe into the hips, into the hip flexors. And release, hands down to the ground, curl the toe, lift the knees. Let's step back into our high plank. Knees come down to the ground. Chest, chin, keep the elbows hugging into your ribs, so not out here wide, squeezing them in. Inhale, let's come up. into Cobra. We're going to take a few Cobra flows here, so dropping the chest down. We're going to walk the hands out wide. So tenting up your fingertips, so up onto all 10 fingers. Elbows are going to point to the side. Let's take an inhale, lifting up. Deep breath in as you lift the chest, stretching into the belly. Exhale, slinky back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. And let's do one more inhale, come up. Big breath in, takes the chest up, gaze towards the sky, and exhale all the way back down. Hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, lift the knees, and let's come back into our downwards facing dog. Looking forward, step your feet to the top of the mat. Taking a breath in, look forward halfway. Spine is straight. Exhale, we fold. Stretching into the hamstrings. Reverse big breath in as you come all the way back up to stand. Inhale, hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do the left side. Deep breath in, reaching arms up. Exhale, hinging from your hips. Dive all the way down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Finding a flat spine as you take the gaze forwards. Hands to the ground. We're going to step our left foot back this time. Big lunge towards the back. Lower your left knee to the ground. Up onto your fingertips or onto blocks. Or taking your hands to your thigh. Relax the shoulders, lifting up through the chest. Stretching into our hip flexors. Option this time to reach the arms up, interlace the fingers. Pointing up through the index finger. Continue to lift. Extending through the elbow, pointing up, finding energy through your fingertips. Continue to lift up a little bit higher. And exhale, release the hands down, curl toes, stepping back into our high plank. Dropping the knees to the ground, chest, chin. Inhale, lifting the chest through, finding your cobra. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Extending the left foot up. Look forward, step that foot through to the top of the mat. Right knee down onto the ground, walking yourself up onto blocks or onto fingertips. Sinking the hips down, trying to find a little bit of release in the hip flexors. Option to extend your arms. Palms facing each other, or we interlace the fingers. Release the index finger, continue to point up. Exhale, taking the hands down, curl the toe, lift the knees, stepping back. High plank, knees, chin, chest comes down towards the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downwards facing dog. From our downwards facing dog, we're going to take the right leg up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hips. Allowing your right hip to stack on top of the left. Stay here, or we continue to flip, coming into wild thing, dropping the right foot down, pressing to your left hand, left foot, open up to the chest, nice, deep heart opener, stretching through the front of the body. And let's release, come back to center, take that foot up, right foot extends, look forward, stepping in between your hands, coming up, high crescent lunge, finding energy through your legs, through the lower body, bending through the right knee, reaching arms up. And let's reach behind, interlace the fingers, stretch and open through the chest. Optional back bend, so you can reach for opposite elbows, so catching behind your back. Or if you like to kick it up a notch, we're going to open up through the chest, lean back, look up, continue to reach the arms away from the body. And exhale, release. Taking your hands down to the ground, hop your back foot in a little bit closer, setting it for pyramid pose. So this posture is a great stretch for your hamstrings. I recommend using blocks on either side of your right foot, or the foot that's forward. Taking an inhale, we're going to stretch the spine. Exhale, bow and fold, dropping the forehead or the chin towards your front leg. And you can keep a micro bend in the front standing leg. If you find that you're not able to fold as deep, you can take your foot back and make your stance a little bit longer. Try to keep the hips square towards the top edge of your mat, so pull your right hip back, left hip forward. So on blocks or on your fingertips, nice deep stretch. And slowly release. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, take the hands down. We're going to step back, downwards facing dog. From our down dog, let's take our left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Left hip will travel over the right. Keep the weight even in your hands. Now, if you already feel a lot of intensity here in the hips, stay here. Otherwise, we're going to flip our dog, come into wild thing, drop the left foot down, press into your right hand, right foot, open up through the chest. Taking a deep breath in, stretching into the abdominals, into the chest. And exhale, coming back into center. Send that left leg up, look forward all the way to the front. Coming up onto fingertips, find your balance. Inhale, you rise up high, crescent lunge. So allow your hips to be square to the top edge of your mat. We're going to bend into the front knee. So stacking joints, front knee over the ankle, sweeping arms up. Now we can reach the arms back. You're going to grab onto forearms or wrists behind your back, or we interlace the fingers. Open up through the chest. Inhale to look up. Continue to reach the hands up and away from the body. Exhale, release. Hands down to the ground. Shift your weight forward. Take a half step in with the back foot. Hands onto your block on both sides or directly onto the ground. Let's take an inhale, look forward. As we exhale, we're going to try to keep our hips square. So left hip is pulling back, right hip pulling forward, and bowing towards that extended left leg. Micro bend the left knee. Adjust the distance between your feet. Option to take your right foot a little bit further back to allow yourself to come closer towards the ground. Nice stretch into the backs of the legs, into the hamstrings. And slowly release. Let's look forward. Exhale, step back. Downwards facing dog. And let's lower the knees down to the ground. Swinging them forward. Coming into a seated pose in butterfly. Feet together, knees out to the side. Option to place your blocks underneath for additional support. We're going to reach for the ankles or the toes and begin to flutter. So pressing your knees down towards the ground. Bring a gentle movement to allow the hips to open. And slowly release, helping the knees up towards center. We're going to extend the feet forward, come into a seated forward fold. So from your seated position, you can grab for your strap, reaching it around the arches of your feet. Take an inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, start to fold forward. Give a little pull with your arms, allowing the strap to help you take your body a little bit deeper, finding the length in your back first. Always think about length, reaching the head forwards rather than bringing the head down towards your shins or your knees right away. Breathe in here, inhale for length, exhale for stretch. Last breath. And let's release. Inhale, come back. Place the strap off to the side. We're going to take a counter stretch here in reverse tabletop. So placing your hands about 2-3 inches behind your seat, bending the knees, taking your feet hip distance apart. Let's take an inhale to lift the hips. Now we're going to start to shift our weight forwards and back a little bit, and you'll feel the stretch in your shoulders. So as you rock forward, you'll feel a stretch in the shoulders, and as you rock back, finding balance in your hips. So try to keep the hips lifted, and as you move through this forward and back rocking motion, keeping your body parallel towards the ground. And slowly release, dropping the hips down towards the floor. We're going to do one more similar variation. This time, option to extend the feet forward. So bring your big toes together. We're going to take a deep breath in, pressing the toes towards the front, lifting the hips. lifting the chest. If your head feels okay, you can drop the head back. And slowly lower all the way back down. And let's come into a seated position with ankles crossed, sitting comfortably nice and tall. Big breath in, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this morning flow. I hope your body feels warm, stretched out, and energized to get on with the rest of your day. If you'd like to see more videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell to get weekly yoga videos. Thank you so much for practicing with me. See you next time on the mat. Namaste.